some people at First Church that is actually called the dining hall, said we are actual members there, and we are glad that you're challenging Jennings. That's what they said. I can show you the message in the note. And I wish that, I'm going to ask that some of you that are actually coming out of this false doctrine and getting free, that you would leave your number so we can call you and contact you. Some of you do. Matter of fact, a lot of you do. But there are a lot of people that are suffering under false doctrine and false teaching. It's a very tyrannical system, simply because people don't know the law. So in Romans 7, when it says, I speak to them that know the law, these New Testament only people, they don't know the law. They do not know the law. That's why they don't never go there. And if they do go there, they twist, they warp, they distort, they do violence to the scripture, because they put their tradition over the commandments of God. And then what did Yahshua say? What did Jesus say in that? Full well, you reject the commandments of God that you may keep your own traditions. And that's what's going on today. And they don't want you to discover that. They want to try to, they're calling things sin that is not sin. Biblical marriage is not sin, regardless of what man says. I mean, can Yah sin? Can God sin? I mean, because God himself is a divorcee. So if it's sin, then I'm telling you, these people are pretty arrogant. The gall, the unmitigated gall that these people have to call the creator and the patriarch sinners, man, that's a serious spirit. That is a serious demonic spirit. If you go read Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 8, and read before and after, you'll find out that Yah himself is a divorcee. He divorced the house of Israel. If you go read Isaiah 50, verse 1, you'll see he's asking the question, where is your mother's bill of divorcement that I gave her? Did he want to be divorced from the house of Israel? No, he did not. He would hope that Israel would not play the whore and go out there and worship other deities, other mighty ones, other strange gods, but they would return unto him. When you go look at Ezra and Nehemiah, it was commanded of them that they put away the strange wives and their children. See, all these things they don't bring up because this is reliable, truthful, historical content.
Some of you got a second husband, and your first husband's still living. You're living in adultery, yet you say you're a Christian.
That's right.
You know Christian. You're an adulteress.
That's right.
I say, well, Pastor Jennings, my pastor told me most time when a preacher justifies more than one wife, rest assured you he got them.
Oh, yeah.
A man can have more than one wife today. What use of getting married?
That's right. That's right.
A man can wake up and say, you know what? I'm getting another one. I'm getting another one. I'm going to get another one by 5 o'clock. I'll be back. He be with her for a couple of days. I'm going to get another one. That's why they go to these dirty, no good religions that allow you to have a bunch of wives. And you know what these liars do? They use the Bible.
Yes, they will.
They go right to the Old Testament when it was allowed. There's a man, son, I think his name is Dowie something, yelling about me in America. He says nothing wrong with having 2 wives, 3 wives, and 4 wives. He said the doctrine that Pastor Jennings is teaching that is only 1 wife, he said that's a false doctrine. And he got over social media, he's supposed to be a pastor, and cussed me out. Cussing me out about multiple wives with a hat on, with a golf cap on. He said, you mother so-and-so and so, and you got so-and-so. Oh, I tell you, they get mad when they come to giving up that spam.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Why? They want all that meat to lay with. And they use the Old Testament, where Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, and Abraham had an Egyptian handmaid named Hagar. They go to the Old Testament. But here, one greater than Solomon came, and the Messiah was he, who the Hebrews call Yahushua HaMashiach. He was greater than Solomon and greater than Moses. And this is what he said in the 10th chapter of the book of Mark.
Mark chapter 10, we're right at verse 11.
You multiple wife lovers. That's why you folk love this meat religion. It's called a butcher religion. Like a butcher shop.
That's right.
Ham, hocks, fish, turkey, goat, everything.
Everything.
Meat religion.
That's right.
All the women just hanging up there just like on a meat rack. Huh? You go there to the butcher shop, to the false church. Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for red bone, thick thighs, long hair, about a 34D.
Oh my Lord.
You'll look in the then he put it on a scale. When that scale starts killing, all right, wrap it up. Wrap it up. You got an old cheap butcher religion.
That's right. That's right.
Your preacher is a butcher.
That's right.
He's a meat man. Glory to God.
Mark chapter 10 and verse 11.
Listen to what the Messiah said.
And he saith unto them,
Jesus said to them,
whosoever shall put away his wife
whosoever put away his wife
and marry another
and get another,
committeth adultery against her.
you commit adultery against her.
And if a woman shall put away her
If a
husband
woman put away her husband
and be married to
and
another,
you marry another,
she committed
she
adultery.
commit adultery.
That's it.
How plain is it?
That's plain. That's plain.
But they go to the church where that meat market is full.
That's right.
Go right to the bishop,
That's right.
the head butcher. Huh? Go right to him. Can I help you, sir? Yeah, bishop. Yeah, bishop. I'm looking for tenderloins. Tenderloins, size 9 shoe, muscular thighs, maybe 47, 48 in the hip, breasts is reasonable size, certain cushions on the face, and she got to have fat back. Oh yes, she got to have fat back. And he go to the freezer, move the meat around. Can't find it in the freezer, I'll be right back. He go to the big dark room where all the women just hanging. It's hanging like a coat rack. You know, you go inside of a men's store, size 42, 43 suits. It's go pull all the suits down until they get the one. There's one right there. I'm here, Bishop. I think right there.
Right there. That's
Wrap it up in brown paper. Take it home, you bunch of heathens.
That's heathen.
They will shoot you and kill you for that second wife.
They will.
They have murdered you, cuss you out, and claim they're Christians.
That's right.
And they're doing all. And Jesus' name, Pastor Richards on the way here was telling me about some gentleman that got baptized last night of the false church he came from. He said the preacher got up and told him, he said his wife, the preacher's wife, whoever the preacher is, couldn't have no children. So the preacher got up at his church and told one woman that the spirit in him, his spirit self, it is the will of his spirit self to lay with that woman. So the woman can have his baby. And a spirit don't need no baby.
No.
First of all praises to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people of the book. Let's get some rest, worship, and praises in to the Most High, our Father Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Why? Because this is a commandment throughout all our dwellings. Whatever we have to do, whatever we're engaged in, always keep the Most High in our thoughts. I understand now that we're in our captivity, you understand, and we're still under grace, but at the very least, while we're not in our land, we can still keep the Most High in our thoughts, okay? Now, to get to this lesson today, I thought in light of the recent situation with Pastor Dow basically being convicted in adultery. The word convicted him regardless of what he said. I let the word do this, okay? Just last week, last lesson, okay? And that's just what it is. And the woman to his, my left, she is also convicted in the law of adultery, okay? And that's just what it is. I can tell you this, I'm riding with the brother General Jennings on this particular situation with the multiple wives. You know, like I said, this made me look at, is having multiple wives actually lawful? So I decided to do some studying, some research in the Most High's Word. And well, from what I find and what the Most High said, he prefers for us as men of Israel to really have one wife. Okay? Now, I know this might go over the head of some other so-called biblical scholars, self-exalted biblical scholars. You understand? Self-called Hebrew, what do you want to call it? Prophets. Okay? But again, we have to go by what the word says. And that's all that matters. Not what man say. As the word says, I'm paraphrasing, let every man be counted as a liar and the Most High be the truth. That's just what it is. All right? Now, in the video, we saw Pastor Dow said that our Father Yahweh is a divorcee. And that is true because he divorced Israel. Okay, he did. But remember, when he divorced Israel, did he go and get another wife? No, he did not. Do he still love Israel? And was Israel his only wife? The answer to both of those questions is yes. He loved Israel. You understand? He did divorce Israel. You understand? And Israel was his only wife. The Bible speaks of it. And that's just what it is, Mr. Dow. Okay? Never once did the Father Yahweh go and choose another nation over Israel, even though he did divorce Israel. And before it's all over with, he's going to come back for Israel. You understand? Which still means the Most High only has one wife in that analogy. Okay? So without further ado, let's get into the book of Genesis. Let's start there first. Now, we're going to go back to the beginning, to when the Most High made our great, and so on parents, who we all really stem from. Okay? Genesis 2:24 says here, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. They, meaning two people, be one flesh. You understand? When the Most High said for a man to leave his father and his mother, he's to cleave unto his wife. One wife. That's what it's basically saying here. Now, Genesis 2:21 here. And the Lord Yahweh caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord Yahweh had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Okay? Now, it didn't say that the Most High caused a deep sleep for Adam to fall in, and then took 2 ribs, 3 ribs, 4 ribs, and 5 and 6 ribs. If that was the case, Adam would not have a rib cage to make this many women. Okay? Now, let's go over here into Matthew 19:6. And you see it's in the red, so therefore the Hamashiach is speaking. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh have joined together, let no man put asunder. Okay? Let no man come and divide. That's just what that is. Now, we're going to start here at Matthew 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, not male and females, but male and female, okay? And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore Yahweh have joined together, let not man put asunder. All right. Verse 7, they say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? And he saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart suffered you to put away your wife, but from the beginning it was not so. So it wasn't so for this to actually be with divorcement. But the thing is this. Let's just continue. Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery. That goes back to what Pastor Darrell was just convicted of. But we talking about the multiple wife doctrine, okay? Regardless of what man chose to do, this was not really, I don't believe, a doctrine that the Most High, authorized, okay? Now let's go over here in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4. And it reads, the wife have no power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife. Meaning, when the husband goes to the wife wanting to get down, I don't feel good, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I got a headache. You got to get down, and vice versa. When the wife get, a little feeling, when she gets a little warm, and everything, and she go to the husband, and he's like, well, babe, I've been working all day. I just want to kick back, have a couple of beers, watch a little TV, and I just want to relax. Go to sleep. You got to get down, and that's what it is. But the main thing here is that one man for one woman. Okay? Now, 1 Corinthians 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. This is Paul talking. Okay? He's talking about while you out there ministering. Some of the prophets, when it comes to that. That's all it is. Okay? Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife. Okay? That's what we come here for. Let's go over here and see what it's all about in 1 Timothy verse 3, verse 2, and then we're going to go to 1 Timothy 3:12. This is talking about the deacons. Okay? It's talking about the deacons and bishops. And it says here, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt teach. Okay? Hospitality, y'all. That's what it is. Hospitality. Okay? This is what a bishop got to be. Now what it say here? let's just read this. It says here, verse 1, this is a true saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God, of Yahweh, that is? Question. And that's true. But see, it says here you got to have one wife. Now, 1 Timothy 3:12. This is about the deacon. Let the deacons be the husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well. Case closed, man. You know, really, I'm just saying now, case closed, really. You know, the case is closed on this. We're only supposed to have one wife by right. Okay? Let's just take this and, bring it home over here in Deuteronomy 17:17. And it reads, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. This is talking about when the Most High was, appointing kings in Israel. And we know Solomon, our great uncle, brother, what have you, he broke the law. And we know what happened with him. You see what I mean? Solomon had 700 wives, 300 concubines. But the Father Yahweh told him he didn't want him to have all that, because it was going to lead his heart away from him and what he wanted Solomon to achieve. Okay? So really, man, hey, case is really close, but we're going to finish reading this right here. It says here, verse 14, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God given thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses, for as much as the Lord hath said unto you. Ye shall henceforth return no more that way, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book, out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord Yahweh, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel. Okay? Yeah. So you see, this was all done by selfishness and greed. You understand what I mean? The Father Yahweh really didn't authorize for a man to have more than one wife. Okay? And that's just what it is, people. You know, I know this might be a gut punch to a lot of these so-called prophets out here that actually believe in polygamy. And I think Pastor Dow here calls it polygyny, which I looked the word up. I couldn't find polygyny. You know, I always say polygamy, polygamy. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, no, we supposed to have only one wife from what the word say. See, I always go to what the word say, not what man say. Man will mislead you because he comes out of his own prideful heart and what he likes and what he thinks should be. That's basically what it all boils down to. You know? That's all I got on this particular lesson, people. I hope I said something to stimulate your spiritual growth in knowledge. And I hope you found this lesson edifying. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. All praises to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.